here. I don't know if I can make this room look good. We're just doing our best here. Okay, hold on. Let's try to make my your channel. There, we're live. Here, I'll turn this down because I'm on live. I'm doing all this stuff. We're in the process of moving right now across the country, and it's been an arduous. It's been a hell of a trip. I know we gave you an update a little while ago. Hey, Maria Day. Hi, John. Hi, Maria. How are you? I'm at the in-laws' place right now. Shannon and I are and the kids, and we leave for New Brunswick. Oh, I'm glad you're okay. We moved from Alberta. Thank you. Wow, missed you guys too. We're moving from Alberta to the coast. Tim P. Greets, John. Hi, Tim. So it's been an incredibly... Why isn't this thing charging? I don't know why. It's been an incredibly... Oh, God, why is this thing not charging? I'm at 1% here on this iPad. I'm trying to charge it. Maybe if I don't move it. It's been a really interesting journey for us to do this. I have been so drained from the move that I've had problems working. You learn a lot about yourself when you're moving across the country. You learn that, switching gears from one thing to another is a lot harder than you thought. And for me, it's been just weird. I'll have to put my comments up in here so I need this to hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Let me just see if I can move this. Sorry. There, they're both here. Good. Don't move anything. Don't move. Good. So I learned that I'm not good at switching gears when I am going through my basement and I've got so much stuff in my basement. You've all seen that autograph wall. Well, behind that autograph wall is blankets on top of blankets, all the same color, right? So it looks like a wall. But I did that because of soundproofing. And underneath that are boards which keep the autograph albums together and in sync. I had that everywhere and it was just, and emotionally it was crazy for me to do this, to get ready to move and also to move. Have any of you moved back home? I'm not moving back to my hometown because it was too expensive, because we're moving back for my mother, and then we're going to spend winters in BC and be with my other kids, my older kids. But if any of you have ever moved back to your state or province, if you're a Canadian, it brings back a lot of memories, and some not so great memories. And I realized that I maybe emotionally wasn't ready for it, but we did it. We loaded a 20-foot pod from Big Steel box. Which cost us. I didn't realize this. You don't even know what it cost to move cross country. $10,500. From, if you're American, it would be the second state in. In our case, it's the second province in, right? From that to the coast. And New Brunswick, for any of you might not know, is on top of Maine. So it's right on the coast. So it cost us $10,500. It just left a few days ago with all our furnishings in it. Some of it we couldn't fit. And the cars, and again, I didn't know this. I said this in the last video. You never really know till you're moving. It costs $4,200 to ship the cars, because Shannon didn't want to drive, across the country. So in all, this move's going to cost us about $30,000, but we needed to change. A lot of people are moving to the East Coast. A lot of people are moving to smaller areas because of COVID. My wife has an autoimmune disease. By the way, Maria, Shannon's fine. She's off her crutches. She broke her foot in 2 areas when this whole ordeal started. Like, can you imagine? I don't know why it's still at 1%. Why would my iPad still be at 1%? Isn't that weird? It says it's charging, but it's still only at 1%. Anyway, answer some of your questions. Yeah, Toots. Well, we're moving to Moncton. Aren't you in Moncton? You moved away from Miramichi. Here's someone from my small town. Well, it's not a small town, it's a small little city now. Very good job on Dennis DeYoung series, by the way. There's another example of me dropping the ball because I was just so exhausted from this move. I didn't realize it would take so much from me. Dennis DeYoung series is not over. You know, we've got, I think, 5 more videos. I'm just starting a video series with Joseph Williams of Toto. The first one is about Pamela, who the real Pamela is. The girl in the video, the main girl in the video that plays Pamela, I guess there's a few girls, and where they are now. And I should be able to put that up in the next few days. I've been working on this video for a month. It's just too many moving places. You're in Salisbury, just outside Moncton, right on. Maybe we'll go for a coffee when I get there. I thought when we decided to move to Moncton because we couldn't move to Miramichi because, like I said, my hometown, because it was insanely expensive. Couldn't believe how expensive it would be to move to my hometown. People were gouging. They were asking $150,000 over asking price. And we're not rich. We still needed a mortgage. Not a big mortgage, but we still needed a mortgage. So the bank had to look at that and say, well, that's not a good deal. You're paying too much for a house. So finally in Moncton, we found this place in North Moncton. Hey, coffee for sure. You should email me at John Beaudin at iCloud.com. And so I'll have your contact information. Randy Schiffer, I was getting worried. Glad to see you back. Well, another setback was Canadians had to pay U.S. Taxes, right? So they were taking a pretty big chunk out of our. We never thought of quitting, but I had to regroup and going, wow, we're losing a lot of money to U.S. taxes. But we have a treaty with the U.S. We'll get it back. We have to refill a whole bunch of stuff. Why has my phone gotten dark now? What the heck's going on? I don't know. From where to where? We're moving from Calgary, Alberta to Moncton, New Brunswick. We just needed a new start. Nova Genewarts. I'm moving to Arizona from Philly. Oh, wow. Arizona's dealing with some, Texas and Florida are dealing with the most COVID right now. And my brother just went to Honeymoon Suite. A lot of you will know who that band is. In Miramichi for the Rock and Roll Festival. I got him some free tickets through Derry. I know Derry and the band. And even when he went, I was worried about him because, you could get COVID, even though there's not a lot of COVID in Miramichi. Moncton rocks. Yeah, I hope so. I don't think I'm going to be rocking a lot in Moncton because Shannon has an autoimmune disease. We have to be so careful. We'll be wearing masks for a while. Oh, we're at 2% power. I think the battery's going on this iPad, obviously. See, this is my phone here that you're watching me on. And I also have, because the comments are too small, I also have my old iPad here. I'm not even sure what kind of iPad it is, giving me the comments so I can read them. Tim P, looking forward to more releases. Cheers. Thanks, Tim. Coffee sounds good. Yes, toots. The world's too small, I'm thinking. Yeah. Jeff Brush. Feels like everything is more expensive now. Very true. Just back for a couple of weeks traveling around in Ontario. Love Ontario. Niagara region. Love it. Food, hotels, etc. Everything was more expensive. Yeah. I didn't do something on Paul Cotton. I was going to. Who was it? A few people had died. I did things in the car, and my software didn't work. Someone the other day said, "You look really skinny." Yeah, I've lost I think about maybe 10 pounds since the last time I did a video. It's just walking a lot with the dog. And another thing we had to do is get rid of, rehome. There's the way I want to say it. One of our dogs. We had a little Havanese, which was a beautiful dog, but he tended not to bark at other people's house, but he barked a lot at our house, and it was driving our autistic daughter crazy. So we found a couple whose kids had grown up, whose son's girlfriend had a Havanese dog, and he's doing really well over there. But it was the hardest thing for us to rehome that dog, because that's what our autistic daughter was saying, get rid of. Because that dog was driving her nuts. And it wasn't bothering us because he barked like a normal dog, maybe a little bit more than a normal dog, but But we had to make a choice, right? So that was another thing that happened. We kept getting outbid, by the way, by people who waived inspections on houses that were like from 1960, and that was frustrating because we thought we're not gonna buy a house from 1960 in the east where a lot of old houses are and not get a home inspection. But people in Ontario and Quebec were coming in and say, waive the home inspection. Here's cash. And the bank won't let you do that if you have a mortgage. Like I said, we don't have a big mortgage. We have a small mortgage on this house, but there you go. Sidekickster was wondering where you been. Well, there you go. I thought I'd be able to work not only steadily through this move, because everything's gone now. The cars were shipped out today. Like I said, our furniture in the pod, our home, everything we own was shipped out. Well, the stuff we could fit in the pod was shipped out a few days ago. The cars won't be there in time. We'll be in Moncton on the 23rd, and we'll take possession of our new house on the 24th. In the meantime, we're starting to settle into this house. We're going to be in our in-laws' place for 3 weeks. This is our guest bedroom. That's suitcases stacked up. We're living out of a suitcase. No biggie. This is the easy part. The hard part was just the moving part. I was walking 10 kilometers, sometimes 12 kilometers a day. My watch was telling me, hey, good for you, John, but I lost a lot of weight. And I'm glad I did because I wanted to get in better shape. But, I look a little gaunt right now. So we need more thumbs up. Toots. Billy Reed, you take on COVID and the music biz right now. Yeah, rest in peace, Dusty Hill, that's for sure. Welcome back, Sir John. Thank you. George Barry, congrats on not fearing change. It was a big move. We moved from Vancouver here to Calgary for autism in 2002 for our daughter because the premier in British Columbia basically cut all funding for autism. So my wife said, Shannon says, we're moving to Calgary. We have to move to Calgary because our daughter needs funding. She needs education, for autism. So we moved. I didn't want to move, but then I realized it was the right thing to do. And luckily, the station I worked for said, you can record your show on the internet. I'm not even working at the radio station right now. I'm not going to work at that Vancouver station again till I move to Moncton. They gave me like a month off. So they said, no, take care of family. So thanks, George Barry. Randy Schiffer, New Orleans Jazz Festival moved to... Oh, is that right? I didn't know that. They just made that decision? I'd like to interview Alex Van Halen. I don't have a connection. I have people who might have. Sky Theater. Trouser, thank you for the great vids that you give us. Thank you. Randy Schiffer. Doobie Brothers releasing new album this month. I know, I heard that. Isn't it September? I thought it was September. I've been promised an interview with the band through their publicist, with Pat Simmons and Tom. Kim Trickle, miss the chats and the videos. Thanks, Kim. Nice to see you on here. Louis Crow, rest in peace. Paul Cotton of Poco. Yeah, that was. I don't know what happened that day. I was in the thick of something. The thing about the pod is we loaded the pod. It was completely full. Hopefully things don't get damaged. The guy who helped us load the pod said something always gets damaged, and obviously that's probably true. And then Shannon turned around. She's, how come you left behind the leaf of our prize table? We got this table for a great deal. It's a big table, and our house looks like it'll fit a big table. And then I went, oh God, we're screwed. I can't forget the leaf. We're gonna have to get this shipped out now to New Brunswick. And then I'm just casually talking to the people who are moving our cars to New Brunswick, and the woman said, "Oh no, put it in your car. We'll let you put 150 pounds in each car." So we were able to put hard drives, and then we took the hard drives out, and we went. They said, "At your own risk." I'm going, "This is hard drives. This is like personal information in here. We can't put that in there." So we're gonna hopefully put that in our suitcases on the plane. We didn't know what the freak we were doing. Let's see. George Barry, putting your child first, brilliant move. Well, my nephew was Asperger's, or as I say in England, Asperger's, was so helped by getting proper help. That's true. Yeah, Simon Townsend. I know a lot of people who know him, and interviewed a few people who know him. So, yeah, maybe. This is killing my back. Arrival's probably my favorite ABBA album. Yeah, I'm probably, yeah. That's the one with the helicopter, right? I remember that one. Yeah, isn't that the one with Dancing Queen? I'm fuzzy because I haven't listened to ABBA in years. It comes on Sirius XM sometimes, but yeah. The album and Arrival, they were back to back. I like those two albums. Um, Moving is a Nightmare. Alex Knight. Hey, Alex. Nice to hear from you, man. Alex has the most beautiful family. You know, talented kids. Jeez. Randy Schiffer. America started practicing after 17 months of being apart. Really? Okay. Yeah, I met Dewey and Jerry when they came to Calgary. Introduced them on stage. Had some contest winners come backstage and uh, and say hi to them and took some pictures. Alex, very talented family. Yeah. Uh, do you like radio? Do you like his in seven? What? I'm not sure what you're asking. Any word on Genesis show September? I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I was going to reach out to Daryl Sturmer, who I haven't interviewed in 12 years. And back then he was doing jazz around the time when Genesis did their tour back then. And I remember he told me something interesting. He says there was a point where the band had not seen, that big stage they had before. They had not actually stepped back and seen it. They'd only, in the first few shows, sort of walked on it and they saw the plans for it. And at one point, after a few shows, they were able to go on the other end of their arenas or whatever and see the full, huge. Remember how big it was? And I went, "What? You've never seen it?" He said, "No, we were just in it." And he says that was a weird moment where we realized we never stepped back and actually watched the whole stage. So I went, "That was funny." Um, I didn't see the video. See, that's how out of touch I am. I don't know Billy Rossi 46 if Lindsay. Double agent. Thank you for the super chat. I have not reached out to Alex Lifeson, but through what's his name? Their former A&R person. I have a mental block. Andy Curran. I just interviewed Andy Curran. Used to work with him and knows him very well. And Andy's on Alex's new album. I'm going to reach out to him and see if we can do something. Randy, if they don't sell it, whoever inherits their stuff is going to sell it. So I've been offered money for my interviews through the years. I mean, there's always a scammy person who last year was 75,000. What they'll do is they'll contact me and they say, "We'll buy your YouTube channel," which you're not allowed to sell, for $75,000. And I'm going, well, no, I'm not going to do that. And this year, the same person is emailing me and says, "I'll buy your YouTube channel for $100,000. I'm going, that'd be stupid. I wouldn't do that. I didn't know Neil Peart's old kit went for $500K. I don't know who bought it. No, I didn't know anything about that. Back to the river, small cottage, short driveway. Oh, we're in Miramichi Toots? Double agent. Excellent. Thank you, Double Agent, for the super chat. Appreciate that. Their movie got postponed. Rushed in September, director's cut. Oh, okay. Cool. Stephen Cantrell. Oh, I'm moving to Moncton, New Brunswick. Oh, God, my back. Right in the middle, like down here in my right-hand back, I know that's where my kidneys are. I hope I don't have a kidney stone. I went to the chiropractor this week and he said, "Oh, your floating ribs are out or something." I went, "Okay." Always have that pain. So I'm moving to Moncton, New Brunswick from Calgary, Alberta, which is a huge move, almost completely across the country. If I was in BC, it'd be across the country. I'm not counting Newfoundland, so there you Kathy Whistler. Hi, John. Hi. Stephen Cantrell. I missed. Toots. Yes, Mayor Machine. Do you know when the Triumph's documentary is supposed to come out? Someone was just telling me, a music promoter that I didn't know that loved the channel contacted me 2 days ago and just called my cell phone and said, "Hey, John, I love your videos." And he said it's coming out next month. I went, I'm supposed to get an interview with 3 guys. I haven't heard anything. ZZ Top has died. Well, it's not the same because they had the same lineup for how many years? Wow. Kidney stones suck. Has everyone ever had them? Do they feel like a sore rib? I don't know. I have never talked to my doctor about that. Love your interview with Simon Phillips. Yeah, with Pete Townsend. Yeah. Simon is a guy. There's some people, I interview. I'm not going to say who. There's some people I've interviewed that I probably wouldn't interview again. I just the energy wasn't there or whatever. Like I have an interview with Steve Hackett tomorrow. I hope it works because I can't do it on Skype. I have to do it on here. And he hasn't agreed to do it on Zoom yet. We drove, thanks, Double Agent. Love if you could dedicate a series celebrating 40 years of moving pictures. Oh, exit stage 30. Yes. Roll the Bones interview. Terry Brown, Peter Collins. I've tried to get a hold of Terry Brown because of his work with Klaatu, and I wanted to look at his career and everything he's done, but he never got back to me. And he has a site, or someone gave me I forget. That's been a year now. You pass a kidney stone, you'll know. I know. I've heard that. Yeah, Stephen Cantrell. I have the 2 of them, and yes, they do. But once they start moving around, you'll end up laying on the bathroom floor if it's a kidney stone. Oh, really? God. Jesus. I'm scared. Please. Toots. We drove to Calgary in 3 days from New Brunswick in 1987. Wow. God, what were we all doing in 1987, huh? Jeez. I found my journals, by the way, when I was going through everything. I found my journals. And I was thinking of maybe reading some of them on my John Beaudin channel. I don't want to do this. If it's music oriented, I'll read it here, because this is different because I'm chatting and explaining where I've been. And before someone asks me if I'm sick, I'm not sick. I'm perfectly fine. I don't have anything wrong with me. I'm just skinny because I've lost, I think, this summer I probably lost 15 pounds. I lose it on my face. Everyone does when you lose weight fast, right? I do like Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, yes. We just rotated the bodies. We were in 74 Firebird. Oh, wow. I had a 78 Trans Am and a 73 Camaro. My first car was a 73 Camaro with a vinyl top. I freaking hated the vinyl top. Double Agent. Oh, yeah, 30 Years Roll the Bones, of course. All the Worlds of Stage was my favorite. As far as their live albums, they've got a lot of live DVDs. That was it. Yeah, from Rock Talk to Kidney Stones, only here. Tim P, good one. Rick Men Music. Hey, buddy. Rick from Washington State. Have you checked out the new Page 99 album? No, I have not. Oh, okay. Trouser. I'm writing a book about all the basic guitars that I have had and why I got them, the influences behind them. Oh, cool. Get a hold of me when it's released. We'll promote it for you. We'll do an interview. Wendy Lindsay. When is favorite Queen song on radios? I'm not sure what is my favorite Queen song. It'll always be Bohemian Rhapsody. Because when you listen to that song, if you listen to it today and you'd never heard it before, you'd think it was probably weird and fantastic, which is what we thought back then. I was walking the dog today with my son, and I didn't have my phone, and I dictate a lot into my phone for ideas, for videos, for our other channel, Rock History Book, which we haven't done anything with that either. And sometimes the most obvious things don't come into my brain. Like I was thinking, no, next time I do an album, because we already did Frampton Comes Alive on that channel. Next time we do an album, what we're going to do is just really accentuate what it was like at the time when the album was released. Of course, many younger generations will listen to Hotel California. There's a girl where I walk the dog down the street. This is not my neighborhood, it's the in-laws, right? And the other day she was playing Hotel California. I didn't know that till I circled back to bring the dog back, and I heard a couple of other songs. And I went, oh, she's playing the whole album. That's kind of cool. And then a few days after that, I saw her and I went, oh, well, she obviously wasn't around back then. Beautiful girl, just on our balcony listening to Hotel California. What's lithotripsy? I don't know what that is. Greg, I don't know what that is. Spacey Sam, are we talking upcoming tours? I'm not going to any tours I can't because my wife has an autoimmune disease and I cannot get COVID. Can't bring it home. We have our shots. Randy Schiffer, I see where Leonard Skinner is postponing due to COVID. Oh, okay, I didn't know that either. I'm finding out you guys know more than me. Trouser, called I Stand Alone with My Guitar. Oh, cool. Double Agent. Yeah, was stellar. Double Agent, that's coming back. We're not finished with Dennis DeYoung. I just been so overwhelmed. I couldn't even look at the internet. Oh, from the song Empty Glass. Yeah. Billy Rossi. Thank you, Trouser. Billy Rossi, 46, thought of Weezer cover, Enter Sandman. I haven't heard it. Toots. Only vinyl, top 1973 Camaro. On the memory sheet belonged to my grade 3 teacher. It was bronze with brown roof. Mine was black. My first car was like I said, a 73 Camaro. It was dark blue with a black vinyl top. And I forget and you know, that foamy kind of give me a break, non-factory seats. They were redone. Well, I know that Zach Starkey, Ringo's son, is playing for The Who. Mick. Wendy Lindsay, I don't rap music. You don't like it? Okay. Well, you either like something or you don't, right? Dwayne, hello everyone. Spacey Sam. So I misinterpreted the title of this chat. This is just where I've been, what's been going on. Greg says, is a laser treatment for kidney stones. I operate lasers. Oh. So you can get rid of kidney stones with that? I'm not sure if that's what I have. I'm not asking for medical advice or anything. I'm just going right in the back here. Sometimes when I bend over, John Beaudin, I'll feel like right in the middle of my ribs. I'll go, what the hell? And I asked my chiropractor, and medical advice for John Beaudin. Hi, give me medical. No. Do like 10cc. We have an interview with Graham Goldman on this channel from 10cc. First car, black 1966 Mustang. Ooh, that's nice. Yep, the Sky Theater, Peter Jackson's. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, Get Back. A lot of footage that we haven't seen. Where am I? Blair Helsing. Happy birthday today to drummer Pete Thomas of Elvis Costello's Attractions and Imposters. He's a rare talent. I'm not that familiar with him. Randy Schiffer, James Taylor out with Jackson Browne. Didn't they postpone that? I thought they postponed it. I'm friends with, what's her name? Katie Markowitz, one of his singers. And Andrea, what's her name? Andrea, the newer singer. Dwayne, did you hear that Robbie Steinhardt from Kansas does? Yeah, we did a thing on Robbie. Wendy Lindsay, I saw people play rap music in the car. I'm not sure where you're going with this. We got that. You're not a fan of rap. We understand. How much water do I drink in a day? I drink a lot of Gatorade. Joseph Williams of Toto and I were talking about that. I drink Gatorade Zero now because it doesn't have a lot of calories. God knows what else it has in it. But I do drink a lot of water. Yeah. Are you talking about my throat? My throat's like this when I do a live feed. I just talk in my lower register because usually when I do a live feed, it's the end of the day and I'm tired. Oh, we already have Graham Goldman on here. If you look up on this channel, Graham Goldman, you'll find, I think, about 12 tracks of delightful man. We had a great time. It was fun. Dwayne writes, I was in hospital twice recently. It was not pleasant. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're okay. Jam Live, King Crimson. Well, the whole thing about King Crimson is like, yes, there's always a rotating, lineup, right? It's always changing. And crossovers, speaking of yes, with Bruford. My 1980 crush, Marky Post, passed away. I know, I heard that, Vass. Yeah, I loved her too. Hold on. Oh, tea. You're asking me the most bizarre things. I'm a coffee drinker. I don't like tea. Toots. John, can you remember the Zodiac Club in Chatham? Quarantine, Black Eye, your first visit? I've never been there. I don't think so. I never went to Chatham a lot. That's, by the way, folks, that's the in my small town, that was the town on the other side. Now they've gotten together and formed a small city. Okay. I haven't seen Trouser, that 321 documentary from McCartney, no. But I don't have access to my own TV. This is the in-laws TV, and we're kind of watching what they watch. Rickman Music. Friend request, John Nixon, producer of Page 99, best new West Coast music you will hear. Okay. Oh, you want me to friend request John Nixon? I don't really ask for people. I don't really ask. I don't remember the last time I've asked someone to be friends on Facebook. Yeah, a few people, just music people. My first most memorable concert, Tim P, was probably seeing April Wine the first time. They're my favorite Canadian band. And seeing Genesis, the Duke tour, seeing Genesis for the first time. That was pretty amazing. I cried. I mean, music has made me cry many times. You heard my interviews going, hey man, that song made me cry. I'm not joking. What was yours, Tim P? Trouser, water for your kidneys. Oh, I see. Gatorade Zero also. By the way, orange flavor is the only flavor I like. I don't like the other flavors. It's too sugary, too sweet. Blair Helsing, thanks. I'll go to the archives. Yeah. Dwayne, I like King Crimson. I'm not a big King Crimson fan. I had some friends growing up who loved King Crimson. No, I didn't get around to watching the David Crosby documentary, and I had to give away my hard drive for my TV because it was owned by a cable company. So I had that taped in there. Linda Ronstadt's was on there as well. Wendy, a lot of people's favorite Who album is Who's Next. Dwayne, I heard the concert industry is in limbo about this. Yes. Well, no one knows what to do. I mean, when there's a raging pandemic going on, you can't deny it's there. Even people with shots, I wouldn't go to a concert to save my life right now. I can't. Like I said, Shannon has an autoimmune disease. So does our daughter. We cannot bring COVID into this house or I could lose them both. My spelling sucks. Well, so does mine. Trouser. Oh, yeah, Rick Rubin. Whenever I see a documentary, there's always someone or, those cooking shows. I watch those cooking shows a lot. Like this guy who is following around the food trucks. And we were watching it last night. It kind of took a while for me to get used to the host of Big Guy, he's a chef. And then Shannon says, that guy's so annoying. And I went, well, I don't know. I'm kind of used to him now. Dwayne, do you like harmonium? Oh, this accessory might not work on this. What's going on? I love that band. Wendy Lindsay, when is favorite Pink Floyd song on the radio? On the radio, none of my favorite Pink Floyd songs really got on the radio. So I didn't like The Wall very much. I wasn't a fan of The Wall. A lot of people love The Wall, of course. On FM radio, they got, a lot of my favorite songs got on FM radio. Hey, Glenn Warner, Music Video Archives. Hey, do you put videos up? Do you get caught for copyright? Because they're starting to clamp down even more now. Michelle, hi. I love your chats with Steve Lukather. Love his music. Steve's a great interview. Just a delightful guy. You know why Steve's good? He's like a devil may care. He just doesn't care. If you don't like me, what the hell? That's why he's such a great interview. And he's my favorite guitarist. He's a talented guy. Okay, why does he keep saying that? Tim P. July 29, 1969. Still have the $3 and $50 ticket stub. Edmonton, Kinsman Fieldhouse, Led Zeppelin, Vanilla Fudge. Wow. Yeah, I've never seen Zeppelin. Tim, that's pretty cool. Dwayne, I heard the concerts might not go on anymore. Well, some are. Some concerts, a lot of concerts are on hold. And you have to understand the age of a lot of these rock stars, man. There's a friend of mine who's a musician in Vegas. He just had both of his shots and he had COVID and he got very sick. He was on oxygen. Didn't get intubated or anything, but he was on oxygen and he couldn't believe it. He said, I got both my shots. He got both Pfizer shots like I did, but he was quite sick. So it makes, you got to be careful. Your first concert was Sha Na Na. Wow, James. Was Henry Gross still with them at the time? Because he was with them for Woodstock. Talked to a few people who went to Woodstock. Glenda Stevenson, I'm late to the party. I probably missed a lot. Hope your move was well. We're going from Calgary, Alberta to Moncton, New Brunswick, which is right on the other side of the country. If someone would have told me this move was going to cost me $30,000, I probably would have went, what the hell? And I work for a radio station in Vancouver, and I'll continue doing that. And the other half of my income comes from YouTube, but so we can move, but we didn't have a company moving us, so diners, drive-ins, and dives. That's not the show, but that's what's his name, Guy Fieri? No, who's the guy who does that show? Yeah, he kind of talks like me right now. He's got that lower register. He talks like this. Yeah, I don't mind him. Someone was asking me today, what drives me crazy in broadcasting? To me, it's the cutesy broadcasting. There's a girl, she's a middle-aged lady doing a commercial right now here in this city. And she kind of talks like this. And that's what she does. Kind of cutesy talk. And she's got it down. She's really professional, but it's incredibly annoying. And I call it cutesy broadcasting. Some people do that. I notice it more from women. Don't get me wrong. Men have just as many obnoxious habits on the radio. Low battery, how can that be? I'm plugged in. I can't have a low battery. I'm plugged in. That's weird. So every time someone asks me, what's your biggest pet peeve in broadcasting? That's one of the biggest ones. The cutesy, don't you know? That's going to be that way. I'm going, Jesus. Seriously, you're not talking to a baby, but she does this. This woman used to have a show on, a home show. She used to host this home show. She's a tiny little thing. And I don't know why she's gotten into the habit of doing that. It must work for her. She's done well in broadcasting, but she's so kind of talks like this. Oh, well, Jesus, stop doing that. Jeff Brush, I heard a story about a festival in New York somewhere featuring Green Day, Fall Out Boy, and someone else. Fall Out Boy canceled at 3:30 the day of the show due to COVID. Yeah, well, no, COVID's definitely having an impact. Oh, Dwayne, that would have been a good show with Ringo Starr and Wendy Lindsay. I'm a big fan of The Who. I get that. Toots, Shannon seems like a cool lady. Moving to a new home is hard. She is a rock. I don't like talking on the phone. When I had to do phone interviews, I hated it. I don't like talking on the phone. I just never have. It's weird. I'm a radio announcer who doesn't like to talk on the phone. Never liked it. Never liked doing contests. I've done it for 38 years. Will never do that again. I don't have to because I'm not on live anymore. So Shannon got on the phone and made all the calls and, signed up with our power and make sure we had air conditioning out there. See, air conditioning to us is forced air. You got the big air conditioner outside, size of a half of a fridge. But in New Brunswick, they have all these heat pump things. No one forced air it doesn't exist. So anyway, when you have air conditioning, you get spoiled. Thank you, Toots. Blair Helsing in spring. In the spring, bought tickets to Hall & Oates, Squeeze, KT and October Day canceled due to state of COVID. Yeah, people have to get vaccinated. You want your concerts back, you got to get vaccinated. You know, there's no wild. I think Shannon just got out. She was talking to her nephew. Trouser, have a good night. And thanks for coming on, by the way. Thanks for chatting with us. Wendy, do you watch DVD movies? Yeah, I'm not sure why you're asking me that. Yes. Trouser of your evening. Okay, take care, man. James Bashir, I'm not sure. Randy Schiffer, my daughter had both shots. Good. Oh, Willie Nelson in Sleep at the Wheel. Yeah, 76. Steve, cool. I mean, you can't go wrong with Willie Nelson, right? Dwayne, my dad is 91 very soon this week. He told me once Rolling Stones were garbage, and he told me he saw them later on TV and asked my dad how they were. My dad said they were good. Okay. Wendy Lindsay, we don't watch Netflix. Wendy, I'm not sure why you're asking us. You're asking us a lot of stuff off topic. Wendy, what are you asking us? I'm just reading some comments here, guys. McVie. First was Sammy Hagar. Oh, wow. Stanley Hampton. I've never seen Sammy Hagar solo or with, and I'd like to. Rick Band Music, what's going on? The band Saga and Boulevard. Boulevard's back. Saga, I don't know. It was Alan Harlow who's doing, or Rocket Norton. I emailed one of them to get an interview with, for the Prism stuff. Toots, how many bodies can you fit in a 1977 Chrysler trunk when going to the Midway Drive-In? I've been there many times, yes. I don't think I ever went in the trunk. I don't know. I'd have to read my journal. Again, I found my journals when I was moving. These are journals from 1977 to 1998. Yeah, a lot of journal stuff, a lot of music talk. I think Jeff Brush, I think guys in general don't like talking on the phone. Yeah, maybe. I am Mantis. How you doing, man? Rick Men Music Saga has retired. Oh, Dwayne, my cousin who is 67 was in broadcasting for decades. He's also a news announcer and reporter. I was trained as a news announcer, decided not to become a news announcer because I was too much of a music guy. I was offered a news job as my first job, and I turned it down. Spacey Sam, I live in South Texas. We sometimes run the AC in December. Oh, man. Dwayne, do you hear about Eric Clapton's vaccination opinions? Yeah, he won't do a concert where vaccinations are a mandate. Rick Man Music, Amanda Marshall was supposed to release an album last year, and so I'm not sure what's going on. But she was supposed to. And I asked Christopher Ward, who is a Much Music big Canadian VJ, who co-wrote some songs for her, and he said, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her. I thought he'd know. Tim P. New Brunswick is fresh sea air. Alberta, fresh forest fire smoke on a daily basis. That's true. Dwayne, a friend of mine, saw 50 concerts a year since 1992. Wow, that's a lot of money. She's got a lot of money. Marie Day, I saw Sammy Hagar and Van Halen. Awesome show. Right on. Jeff Brush, Sammy would be a great interview. Oh, yeah, I think so. Well, he's another guy who doesn't care. But that's what makes Steve Lukather, again, Steve Lukather is a great interview because he's just always like this, eh? I don't know. I like that about talking to Steve Lukather. Those are the best interviews. It's like, that's why, the Nuge, Ted Nugent would be a great interview. I mean, I think he's freaking crazy, but it'd be a great interview. Sammy Hagar, I can't drive over 55. Yeah, I can't drive 55. Wendy Lindsay. I've got many favorite Beatles songs. I don't know, Tim P, if they have a new album. By the way, Dennis DeYoung's not finished. I've just taken a break off YouTube. I've still got, I think, 6 more pieces. I gotta put them on. Thanks for the reminder. Mark Farner, I have an open invitation to talk to him again. Mark really enjoyed the interview. The first one was on the phone. Again, I don't like talking on the phone. The second one was on Zoom, and he was great. Well said, Maria Day. He doesn't have anything to prove. That's very, very true. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Just a few more questions, and I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for the folks who super chatted us. It's appreciated. Psychos Platters. Hello, John. I always like Steve Lukather work. Got to see him work with Ringo in 2019. Could. Him and Greg Raleigh were on fire that night. Greg's an amazing guy. I've reached out to his wife via a lady I know named Lori, who interviewed his wife for some of the things that she does, to see if I can get an interview with Greg, but never got anything. Dwayne, what's your favorite live album? Frantic Comes Alive, I think. A Hot August Night by Neil Diamond. Those are probably the two. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Jeff Brush. These guys that are 70 plus years old and still performing are amazing. They are. I mean, and their perspective has changed. I've said this many times that some of these guys I've interviewed when I was in my 20s, and they were a little cocky and a little flippant and a little not present. And then I interview people now. I'm not going to say who it is. And they're watching the clock. They're going, I could get hit by a bus tomorrow. I could have a heart attack tomorrow. I still love doing this. I do it for a different reason now than I did it before. All that stuff. They fill in the blanks. And they're enjoying it. Hey, Tim P, thanks, man, for coming in. Yeah, Greg's a great guy. Greetings, South Jersey, Matt. Greetings from the South Jersey, John. We're close. We're moving closer to you because we're moving to New Brunswick, just on top of Maine. Just on top. I haven't been to Bangor, Maine since I was in school. Alan Parsons, and no, unless he does more work. Spacey Sam, don't be a stranger, John. James Bashir. I've never liked any Elton John live album. I don't know why there wasn't one of those kind of zany, great. I think for Elton John, I wanted a live album of all fast songs, and that's not what Elton John is, right? But that's what I wanted. So there you go. But 11/17/70 is a great album. It is. James, Dwayne. Okay, guys, I gotta rock it. I gotta take it easy. I'll try to get on here every couple of nights while we're in transition, so we can talk some more. But love you guys, and thank you. I have to put my finger. I don't want to sound like that other guy who's always putting his finger on. But take it easy, guys. There you go.